All right, so this is day 2 of the edit. I'm going to just record it right here in my house because I was in the house and I was getting some work done while watching the kids. You know how it is working from home. So today I actually went through all the highlights, which is about an hour's worth of footage, and I highlight them, different colors for the different sections. So there's like a little part about diversity, I labeled that blue. There's a little part about life after launch code, I labeled that green. There was another part about, you know, life during launch code and the community of it, I labeled that a different color. So I had about roughly five colors going on of the different sort of points that were there. So what I did, I took all those, I arranged them somewhat. I kind of knew how I wanted to start. I wanted to start with these sort of brainy sort of sound bites, right? These sound bites are like, you know, what it's like to think about the world in code. How do I, you know, these people are very nerdy, but in a good way, in a positive way. But, you know, so how do they see the world now? I want to sort of encapsulate that to capture that character. So that's what I did. I started off with things like, you know, I see things in code now, and everything's made out of code. You wouldn't have apps. You wouldn't have your computer. You wouldn't be able to run your credit card. You wouldn't be able to, you know, have reading material on your toilet now without people writing code, without somebody behind a computer screen writing code. So I wanted to start with that. Like, the world needs these people. The world needs code. I wanted to start off with that. And then we went to, well, how do we get these people? There is a lack of these people in the world, especially in a place like St. Louis. So how do we get these people? So I went into the problem. So you go from all this, it's pretty long right now. We'll narrow it down as soon as I get into edit tomorrow. And then you go, how we need these people. How do we get them? There's a lack of this talent in the St. Louis area. So how do we get them? That's where launch code comes in, which is this video. Then I go off and there's a bunch of things and they kind of just go along with each other. Right now I've gotten it to about 8 minutes, and I'm doing a thing what I call the, I don't know the technical term for it, because I have my own system and everybody has their own system. I'm sure there's some more formulaic systems out there, but I'm going to call it the tosser soundbite. The tosser, tossing the soundbite, I don't know. Basically, you get a soundbite that connects the two pieces of the story. So if you want to go from, like, say the community bit to, or actually you go from like the actually here's what I did. I went from the community bit to the diversity bit. So you find a bite that can sort of link the two together. And I just kind of categorize those. So right now I'm at about 8 minutes. I'm having a hard time sort of fragmenting this in my brain, but I'm getting pretty excited about it, and I just kind of wanted to share that again today because this is sort of day 2 of me actually getting some real traction, and I'm feeling pretty excited about the story. I'm feeling excited about it now. What? Anyway, I'm feeling excited about it. So tomorrow I will actually start cutting it, and I'll do a screen capture of that so you can see how it goes with time code and stuff. But this is my spiel, 4 minutes long now, so I'm making it even 5 minutes. Like I said, it's about 8 minutes, and I have a beginning, some middle stuff, and some ending bites that will really wrap this thing up very nicely. And I want to get that 8 minutes down to 2.5, 3 minutes. I might leave it a little thick for rough cut purposes, but if anything, I'll just keep that bank of sound bites somewhere I can grab them later, which is always good to have a bank of sound bites. So your producer comes back and they're like, oh, we need a bite about XYZ, or we really need him to say something better, or can I have one of the women say it instead of that white dude say something similar? And it's like, all right, let me go to my bank of sound bites and I'll grab them. And yeah, so tomorrow starts the actual cutting, which I am excited about. So I'm gonna keep looking over here and over there, and we'll figure it out. So appreciate you guys listening in. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below, and maybe I'll have some actual pointers next time, but I'm getting pretty excited and I wanted to document what I did today.